Hello everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. This is Dr. T, PhD, the prodigy of sports psychology, and I'm so excited because today we have a returning guest back here on today's show, Gremlina from the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Before Gremlina returns back here on today's show, I'd like to say everyone out there, if you please be so kind as to like this video, leave us a comment, and share it with all of your friends and family out there. And as you know, Gremlina is one of my very favorite guests right here on GoTarryn TV. Haven't talked to her in a while, so it's going to be wonderful to play catch up with her and just see how everything's going on in her world. So we're going to find that out here momentarily, and I can't wait to catch up with, again, one of the very best from the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, Glow's own Gremlina, right here on GoTarryn TV. And remember, with GoTarryn Health and Fitness, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. We'll be right back.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, now I can.
Perfect. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Thanks so much for being able to join me, especially so early today. So what have you been up to?
Same day, same stuff, different day. Just working and trying to keep going and do what I need to do.
Yeah, certainly. What's been going on since we last talked? How are you feeling? How are you doing otherwise? How's your husband?
Everybody's fine. Just been taking care of a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've got me on one of these neat nebulizers to help my breathing, it's working.
Good.
Just waiting for some test results. Hubby's doing good.
Good.
He went to an orthopedist and he's getting his back straightened out. So all in all, not bad. Not bad.
That sounds like a good update. Yeah. That's great. Excellent. About the glow world? What's going on with that? What's the latest?
Well, there's going to be a Glow cruise in May.
Mm-hmm.
That Roxy's hosting. It's a Glow reunion cruise. It's an afterglow. It's more laid back than the other ones. It's just going to be get together and have some fun stuff.
Awesome. That's terrific. How long is that cruise for, about roughly?
Hold on. Let me find crud. I'm on my cell phone and I gotta. If it's in May, I think it's the first week in May. It's a 7-day cruise. It's going to be in Puerto Plata, Honduras. Tortuga, Virgin Islands, and there are 2 more stops out in the Caribbean.
Very cool. Wow. Yeah, that's tremendous. I can't remember, Grammy, but what has the last cruise been like for you with the whole pandemic? With for example, like this cruise coming up, is it going to be different in terms of masks and vaccines and all that good stuff?
No, vaccines are required, but masks aren't.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
And there's I think certain areas are lenient on the vaccines, but basically it's going to be like a normal cruise that I think masks are optional. Unfortunately, I'm vaccinated, but my husband isn't, so he's
right. He couldn't. Yeah.
So this time we're not going to be able to attend.
Okay.
It's just our schedules and finances. I'm sad. I want to go, but I encourage if anyone's interested, they could go to my Facebook page or the Facebook page Afterglow Cruise and get information. I think there's still a few cabins and stuff left available. I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah,
because
that's great.
The 3 I've been on have been amazing.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful, life-changing experiences, and Roxy goes out of her way to make sure everybody has a good time. I
Hmm.
know that they've got some cool excursions planned. Of course, there's the Afterglow fan party. There's going to do a pub crawl. I think they're going to have a karaoke night, a Glow karaoke night. So it's going to be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, I remember before I wanted to go on one, and then of course COVID hit. That was the year, I think, wasn't it when it canceled? I think that
Yeah,
time.
we had to cancel it because of
Yeah,
COVID,
right.
but we're back. This is the fourth one, and if this one goes well, you never know with Roxy. She's always got
Uh-huh.
something up her sleeve, which is cool. So,
I got to
um,
catch up with her if you get a chance, because we chat here and are missing each other through, I guess, Facebook tag or text tag. But I know she's in the Pacific time zone area, and I think it's harder for her to in the mornings, obviously, because she's 3 hours behind us. So I've got to
yeah, and
find out what her schedule's like.
she's a very busy lady with
Hmm.
her job, and
Yeah,
she volunteers with Godiva at an animal pantry once a month,
yeah, I
and
saw that. That's so
she takes
cool.
care of her rescue animals.
That's
She
awesome.
she does part-time elderly and disabled caregiving.
Oh, I didn't know
Um,
that. That's
yeah,
cool.
and she's does her hairdressing.
Hmm.
She's got her three kids. Well, they're not kids anymore, but and Dan, and she's always spinning the wheels, figuring out what to do.
Yeah, yeah. And again, like it's been too long. I've got to catch up with her. I have got to catch up with Dan too. How's he doing? Because I have not
Uh,
chatted with him.
well, he's doing good. He had the heart transplant. He's still with
Yeah,
us and doing good.
that's unbelievable.
So yeah, reach out to her, and she's been doing a couple of podcasts here and there. So maybe y'all can work
Mhm.
out a time.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, we have to. How about Sunny? I've talked to her a couple times here. We were able to connect because I guess we're closer in the time zone frame. Have you been able to chat with her here in the last couple days?
Not in the last couple of days, but she's doing really well.
Yeah, she's been very healthy too, ever since
Yeah,
her experience.
she's kicked cancer's butt, which is good. Um,
Absolutely.
she's just having living the life. But yeah, catch up with the girls. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
definitely.
Last time I talked to Sunny, it was amazing. I mean, just hearing about what she had been through. And again, COVID's kind of a blur. That whole 3 year pandemic ordeal, just kind of everything kind of went in,
My life
seamlessly.
started as a blur in 2018 when my
Yeah.
husband was hospitalized. After that,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
been like I feel like I've been on a roller coaster ride
Yeah.
with him being in ICU, then rehab,
Right.
then getting back on our feet, and
Uh-huh.
then leaving my job at the state and
Right.
we moved, and then me having my health issues. It's been just like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Gosh. Wow. Well, hopefully,
But
yeah,
yeah,
last time I talked to you, this year, 2023 seems to be more up on the upswing for
oh
you.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
Hmm.
yeah. 2023 has started out, knock wood
Yeah.
and everything. We're doing good. We took care of a lot of issues, and we got things settled. And last year I got hired into a permanent job. Uh, I got off a contract and got hired permanently at my wonderful current employer. You're gonna have to dynamite me out of there. Everybody there is just amazing. The team,
Good.
the teams are good. The supervisors, management's good. Oh Lord,
Nice.
it's just perfect. I mean,
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That
you
is
know,
excellent.
it's
It's such a great feeling when you find something that really fits you and that you're happy with, and it's almost like the timing is just perfect, isn't it? Seems
yeah.
just right.
Well, it's weird. I tell people, I knew within 3 days after I started there as a contract worker
Hmm.
that that was my home. That's where I belonged.
Cool.
I
Wow.
mean, I just knew it was just, the work. It just clicked in my head.
Uh-huh.
I clicked with my supervisor.
Yeah.
I Everything was just. It's like the stars aligned. Everything just went perfect. And I lobbied. I hung in there. I went off contract for a day or two here or there while they renegotiated.
Hmm.
And then finally, when it came, the funding and it became available for me to get brought in permanent, I jumped at it and took it, and it was just, it's a totally different vibe when you've got positivity.
Oh gosh, that's everything, and that's priceless, isn't it? It doesn't even matter what your salary is at that point, right? I mean, that's
Oh
number
yeah.
one. That's most
But
important.
fortunately, they believe in taking care of their people too. So that
Well,
second
that's
bonus.
even better. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds like
So,
the cream on the crop there. I mean,
oh
that's so
yeah.
important. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure same thing, Grammy. You talk to other, fans and friends and everybody. I'm sure like part of that comes up in conversation that they'll probably tell you how if they're not happy with what they're doing or a job or what have you, then it's just like I guess the best thing for them is just to find something that makes them happy, isn't it?
Oh yeah. And like I said, it's one of those where everything just seemed to align,
Hmm.
and it just everything just aligned.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good word.
It's like it seemed like finally, I don't know what I did different. I don't know what happened different. It just seems like a lot of the negativity just flew out. And I don't know if it's the work atmosphere change or what it was, but
Hmm.
it's like when I got hired at the place as a contractor, things started to go up a little. Then I hit
Uh-huh.
that bump in the road with my health. But then the longer I seemed to stay and the more positive at work it got, it seemed like everything else
Hmm.
balanced. It's weird.
Wow.
And,
Yeah.
like I said, I can't, I honestly, can't complain about 2023 yet. I wish they hadn't, the inflation wasn't so bad, but otherwise,
Hmm.
we're making it. We're making it.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. And it's interesting, you said that, Sandy. Here in Atlanta, where I live down in Georgia, the inflation is pretty much one of the talking points a lot of people talk about that comes up because whether it's fuel or groceries or, electric and heat and everything else, everybody can definitely see the increase of that. And there's no question about that. I think that's probably why a lot of people here I've noticed are telecommuting more, so they're trying to save on gas and time and all that other good stuff. Because how about up there, in Virginia? Like, how have you seen it? Have you seen the traffic the same? Has it changed, or what's the
Um,
environment up there right
Virginia drivers are insane no matter what.
now? I've heard that.
They're insane no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that.
We don't have DWIs, we have DWVs, driving while Virginian.
Yeah,
It's
I like that. I've never heard that.
it's
That's good.
it's people up here. They got no sense, I call
Oh
it.
no.
Well, I don't know about gas prices here. They never hit above $4. It
Okay. Hmm.
We always stayed below four, but
Okay.
it was still
Okay.
for us that was high.
Yeah. Right. Right. Hmm.
It's like when I went out to California last year to do that event with the girls at Oscars.
Uh-huh.
I was seeing $5, $6 a gallon, and
Oh,
I'm like,
I don't
what
know.
the heck?
How do they
And
survive out there? Like Roxy, how do they even afford to live out there? I mean, that's
I don't
absurd.
know. And see,
Gosh.
my job, I'm what is known as a freight bill auditor. I audit bills. The company I work for is a chemical manufacturing company that ships chemicals worldwide, and
Okay.
just we get emails daily, weekly about the gas roller coaster,
Hmm.
and it
Mm.
really impacted a lot of the pricing.
Yeah.
And we had to renegotiate contracts because diesel was just, are you kidding me?
Oh,
But and in the Manley house, what we did in 2022, our Jeep was starting to have engine and transmission troubles. So
mm.
we went to a hybrid, and
Oh, nice.
that we're getting 45 miles a gallon.
Oh my God. What did you end up, what did you get, Grammy?
We have a Ford Fusion.
Oh, nice. Wow. That's so cool.
So we went from a SUV to a sedan, but the gas is, it does beautiful. I mean, we went
Yeah.
from here to Massachusetts and back on like 3.5, 4 tanks of gas.
Oh my
If that.
goodness. Wow.
So,
Wow.
I mean,
That's tremendous.
yeah, I mean, open road interstate driving, she sips. I mean, so you do things like that, and you shift your budget around. We don't go out a lot to the movies and stuff.
Hmm.
We use streaming services or Blu-rays.
Yeah. Hmm.
We don't really go to theater. We try to cook more at home.
Yeah.
Although food prices at the grocery store is starting to be about the same.
Oh yeah,
you
no,
know,
that's true. You're right. Yeah.
it's just, you just gotta think about your finances, your resources, and make
Hmm.
adjustments as you need it. That's
Hmm.
basically
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like in the wrestling business, a lot of the wrestling colleagues will say it's not so much how much you make, but it's how much you save because of all the, in that case, road expenses, lodging, hotel, flight, and eating out and all that kind of good stuff. That I guess as wrestlers, this is a question, Grammy. I don't know if I've ever asked you this or if this has been answered, but as a Glow Girl, were you an employee or an independent contractor?
We were technically what you would call independent contractors.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, I, I'm finding out now about the salaries from back then, and I'm
Yeah,
shocked because I
right.
made the lowest, and I'm like, wait a minute, but because I came from a New York City accounting background, and in
Okay,
the corporate world in New York City, that was taboo. What you made was your business. What
right.
anyone else made was their business. And if
Sure.
you were caught discussing it, you were fired. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it
I can
was,
understand.
you know, that was just something that as an employee, you did not do. So
Hmm.
that was my mentality when, I didn't think to ask. I didn't want to ask. I was
Hmm.
told, here's what you're going to be making. We're going to give you lodging and food, and here's your weekly salary. So I was just like, okay, whatever, you know.
Right.
And I wasn't. The other girls signed contracts. I never had a contract, so he. Anything for Gremlina, if ever it comes up, hey, I never signed a contract. She's mine, you know. But
That,
so
I never thought about that. 'Cause so a lot of the Glow Girls, over the years, including yourself, you were able to keep your name. Did you trademark Gremlina or how does that work? I don't know.
I haven't yet. I should.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
something I need to look into. But nobody has tried to take it or use it, and nobody has come after me for when I do my merchandising with Gremlina on it.
And I guess that includes a lot of the Glow Girls, right? Because over the
Mhm.
years, you may have heard, I guess, like in Sunny's case, there was the WWF Sunny, and then of
Oh,
course you hear different names that are kind of similar likeness, right? That's an example.
well, it's like Netflix.
Right, exactly.
We had Nanuchka and Tanya. They had Zoya the Destroyer.
That's right. That's right.
We
Yeah.
had Machu Picchu. We had Mount Fiji. They had Machu Picchu.
Right. 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 Right.
We
Right.
had Americana and Liberty and the Southern Bells. They had Liberty Bell.
So that was their way of kind of avoiding getting into any type of having to pay
They
royalties
had
or whatever.
Sheila the She Wolf. We had let me think. Who resembled Sheila the She Wolf? Me.
So for everyone, it seems like they had some way of
They did
kind of getting
mashups.
around.
They
Yeah.
had mashups. Like we
Yeah.
had a very brainy British girl called Britannia or something like that, and that's Godiva and Zelda.
Ah, okay. Okay. That
They
makes
had
sense.
like
Yeah.
Welfare Mom, Big Bad Mama.
Right. Right.
So they got around it, and hey, God bless them. It was a great series. The acting was wonderful. You
Uh-huh.
know, they did a good job. Like I think it's been discussed by everybody. It wasn't 100% accurate to what happened with us, but it was good.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's another reason why I kind of took a break from the independent circuit is the cost,
Hmm.
driving 2 hours to the show and all,
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
because, um, and my health was the main reason, but the cost was another, because if I wasn't used on a card and just worked my Merc table, some nights, I had to cover gas and stuff, and some nights it didn't, some nights it did. But
right.
when you love the sport and when you love the people you work with, you do what you got to do.
Sure.
That's
Hmm.
one reason why I took a break. And, I took a break from going, last year I only did 2 cons. This year I'm only doing 1 con so far.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just want to take a breather, sit back. Like I said, I've been trying to focus on
Hmm.
me, and we're looking to get out of the apartment. So we're looking at houses, and, just a little change around with the life stuff.
That's great. Yeah. Where would you think of going? Like staying in the same town, or not
Oh yeah,
necessarily? Yeah.
yeah. We're look closer to where I work, because I'm
Oh,
right now
right.
about 20-25 minutes from my work, which
That's not
isn't
too
bad.
bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
decent.
but depending on where my husband gets sent for his job, it can be a lot coming, circling back around to get me, or stuff like that. So,
Uh-huh.
because up until January of this year, I was working predominantly from home, and then they gradually had us come into the office
Okay. Okay.
after the pandemic. It's like it went from you stay home, nobody's coming in, to 1 day a week,
Mm-hmm.
to 3 days a week, to now it's 4 days a week, one flex day.
Ah, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, it's been, the pandemic has made everything different. Although I got to be honest, I am not seeing a lot of, I mean, I still occasionally see people in masks, but not half of what I was.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting down here in Atlanta. The thing that throws me off is I still see a lot of people wearing masks both outside and in their cars, which kind of, in my opinion, I think some people maybe get so used to it that either they just feel more comfortable wearing it, or maybe some of it, I think, is maybe the paranoia kind of that goes along. You've probably seen the news now. They're talking about this new fungi that, we have to avoid and be careful with, and it's spreading, and it could be the new pandemic now.
Oh, good Lord. I hadn't really heard a lot about that. I'll have to check in on
Well,
that.
it's probably better that you haven't. I mean, mainstream
Yeah,
media, in my opinion, you can't believe a grain of salt what they're saying.
please. It's like I told my husband. He's the one who follows the news. He's like, but you're
Yeah.
burning your head in the sand, baby. You don't know. I don't want to know. I can't snap my fingers and make crap happen or go away
Yeah, exactly.
in the world. So I'm not gonna, and like I said, after having the heart issues, I'm not gonna let it stress me. If you
Right.
want to watch the news and try to figure out what's real, what isn't, what's conspiracy, what isn't, what's accurate and what isn't, have at it. If you want to get upset
Uh-huh.
about it, you do it for me. I'll just go on my happy little uneducated way about it. Not that I don't know. I know basically what's been going on and all, but I'm
Uh-huh.
not going to let it affect the way I do things.
Good for you. That's a good attitude to have, Grammy, because I think, again, going back to that, I think a lot of times I run into it with my work is that you see people who are just glued and mesmerized by the whatever's on Fox News, CNN, all the others, and they just take it, as the scripture, almost like that, the gospel to them, that it's true. And I tell them probably 90% of what they're watching is inaccurate. So,
And it's like I tell people, if, first of all, you're never going to have a politician or government 100% do things the way you think they should be done or what you believe.
It's true.
And people got to realize politicians, and I say this across both parties, independents, neutral, whatever you are.
Yeah.
They want you to vote them in.
Right.
So they're going to promise you unicorns and rainbows.
Of course.
I have yet, I mean, even back to the founding fathers of this country, I don't believe there's been a president or an aspect of our government in this country since we became a country that has not had scandals, issues, problems. And it's not going to change now.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah.
And I come from the state where we had 8 of our presidents from here.
Gosh, is that right? Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
We have had 8 of the former presidents of this country were born here in Virginia. Fact is, 2 are buried about 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes away from where I live.
Oh, wow. So you're close to Monticello then, I assume.
About 45 minutes to an hour from Monticello.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
And and of course Mount Vernon,
yeah.
Ashland, Berkeley. I'm 5 minutes away from Berkeley Plantation, William Henry Harrison's family. So
that's so cool.
Not that I take anything away from New England. I love New England. But Massachusetts, you may have had Plymouth Rock, but that was 1620. Come down to Virginia, hold our beer. We were settled in 1607, Jamestown.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Revolutionary War was won, Yorktown, Virginia. Come on, people. Give Virginia the credit it needs.
Well, yeah, Grammy, one of my favorite places to visit Virginia is the Colonial Williamsburg area.
And, that's 30 minutes away from my house.
I figured, yeah, right. That's so close. And so you're right there in the history of it, because my in-laws are all scattered throughout Virginia, like Lynchburg, Amissville, Manassas, all over there. So when I've been up there, yeah, we visited a lot of those war museums and historic sites and cemeteries.
Well, the next time you visit and are in Richmond, holla and we'll meet for dinner or something.
We have to, definitely. Let's do that. That'd be so cool, Grammy. There's a chance we may go up there because the family reunion we always have is in August. We haven't been since pre-COVID, of course, but if we end up making it this year, I'll give you a shout out, and that would be awesome. Be able to meet in person.
You're in Georgia, so you're used to the heat. So
yeah,
I won't warn you about that.
Yeah, it's a good point. My sister used to live in Virginia Beach, and my parents were in Arlington, Virginia, because my dad worked at the Pentagon. So I'm very familiar with the area, and just the beautiful, like right now, I think, don't you have the Cherry Blossom Festival coming up pretty soon?
Up in DC, the cherry blossoms are out.
Right. Yeah. That's so cool.
And if you come here in the fall, you got the Blue Ridge Mountains.
That's right.
Incredible.
It's gorgeous.
I love it. I love where I live in Richmond. I'm 2 hours from Virginia Beach and about 1 hour and 45 minutes from the Blue Ridge.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm right there.
In the heart of it all. Yeah.
Yeah. Really and I loved when I moved and lived in New York City. I love New York.
Yeah.
Las Vegas was cool, and I consider New York my second home, but
oh yeah.
I just loved it up there. But here I am back here. And Virginia, we're not perfect, but we have our fun, and we have our beauty. We have our beauty.
No question. Yeah, Virginia's for lovers, just not for loving drivers, maybe, I guess. So
well, we won't talk about them. As we say in the South, bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts. That is a Southern saying.
But it's just one of those where, oh my gosh, things are just, like I said, I can't complain, and I have started working with a friend of mine to see about maybe booking a couple of closer, if I could get some conventions here in Virginia,
Cool. Yeah, that'd be
that I don't
tremendous.
have to do
Good.
a lot of travel,
Yeah,
and of course, November, my 9th visit to Rhode Island Comic Con.
that's coming up. Yeah, that'll be here
Oh, I
before you
love
know it.
that. And
Yeah.
tomorrow I decided I'm going to be a nerd on, we have GalaxyCon here in Richmond. It's a 3-day event. It starts today at 2 o'clock and goes through Sunday.
Nice. Very cool.
I was at the last 3 as a guest.
Uh-huh.
I was a guest there for 3 years. This year, me and my husband decided we're just going to be nerds. We're going to go, not have to worry about a table set up. We're going to go just wander around, enjoy the cosplayers,
Yeah,
enjoy the vendors, just be con goers for once.
right. Instead of working. Yeah, you get the day off.
You know,
That'll be
I
good.
mean, the con is like 10 minutes away.
Perfect.
Just spend the day enjoying it. And a few of my celebrity guest friends, a few of the celebrities I've met in the past that I adore will be there. So I'll stop and say hi at their tables.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And it's just going to be, it's all about, let's just chill out and be a nerd for a day.
I like it, Grammy. Yeah, that's good for you. Take the day and not have to worry about working for a change on that side of the fence. But
Oh, yeah.
well, Grammy.
Not that I don't love it.
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I love it. And
Well, you do a break.
I love talking with and interacting
Yeah.
with the fans and, hearing their stories, telling our glow stories, making a few dollars in merch. But, this year it's like, let's just have some fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it's about. Just mixing it up a little for a change. Good for you. Well, Grammy, I thank you so much for your time today, as always. Before we let you go, though, last question. Let's go ahead and make sure to plug your contact information, and then we'll fade out to black with it on the screen. But loved having you on here, as always.
Of course, I'm a Facebook hoe. I'm on Facebook, Sandy Gremlina Manley. I'm on Instagram. It's Sandman8 or 9. I am on Twitter. I think it's at Gremlina Glow on Twitter. I don't think I'm on TikTok. I haven't done TikTok, but anybody that wants to can reach me on there. If anybody wants me to do a podcast or a con, hit me up on Facebook. I'm easily accessible. That's basically what's going on in the life of Gremlina. Like I said, it's so exciting, but I think I need a year. I think I've enjoying the year of calm.
Yeah. I like that theme. That's good. That's a good. Definitely enjoy the year of calm. And on that note, Gremlina, thank you so much again for your time and have fun this weekend. I appreciate it. Yes, let's do this again next month.
And Sunny, try to get them on.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we need to for sure. Yeah, I need to catch up with them. Well, thank you again, Gremlina. You enjoy the GalaxyCon, and love to you and your husband. You all have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.
Awesome. You too.
Thank you, Gremlina.
Mm-hmm.